Welcome to your first day of speaking English with me, Sophie, here on Chatcraft English. Today, we are going to spend time together practicing English in a natural, easy-to-follow way. Think of this as your safe space to speak to listen and to enjoy learning. Whether you are walking, relaxing at home, or commuting, you can follow along and answer out loud. The more you participate, the faster your skills will grow. Let's start simple with the first and most important thing. Greetings. Imagine you meet someone for the first time. How do you say hello in English? You could say hello, hi, hey, or even good morning. Now I'll give you a moment. Say it out loud. Try to smile while you say it because your voice sounds warmer when you smile. Now let's add to it. You meet someone and you want to be polite. You could say, hello, how are you? Or hi, it's nice to meet you. When someone asks, how are you? What do you say? The short answer is, I'm fine, thank you. And you. But that can sound a little robotic if you use it every time. Let's make it more natural. You can say, I'm doing well. Thanks. How about you? Or I'm great today. How's your day going? Try these now. Speak them out loud slowly. Then again, a little faster. Next, let's practice talking about your name. If someone asks, what's your name? You can answer. My name is or simply, I'm. For example, my name is Anna, or I'm David. After that, it's polite to return the question. You can say, and you, or what's your name? Let's try, hi, I'm Sophie. What's your name? Now imagine the person answers, I'm John. You can respond. Nice to meet you, John. Practice that with a few different names. Change the name each time so your mouth and brain get used to the flow. Let's talk about where you are from. This is a very common question when you meet someone new. The question is, where are you from? You can answer, I'm from Brazil, or I'm from India, or I'm from Vietnam. If you want to be a little more specific, you can say I'm from Hanoi in Vietnam. Or I'm from São Paulo in Brazil. Try answering for your own country and city. Now ask me the same question. Where are you from? I could say, I'm from London in the United Kingdom. Now let's combine what we've learned into a short, friendly conversation. I'll be person A, you be person B. Ready? Hi. I'm Sophie. What's your name? Nice to meet you. Your name? Where are you from? Oh, that's great. I've always wanted to visit there. See how natural that feels. The more you practice, the more confident you will sound. Let's move on to asking about someone's day. This is a small but important part of conversation. You can say, how's your day going? Or how are you today? These are casual and friendly. If someone asks you this, you can respond with something positive, even if your day isn't perfect. For example, pretty good thanks, or not bad, just a bit busy. Try both now, pretty good thanks, and not bad, just a bit busy. The tone of your voice matters. Smile and keep your voice friendly. Let's expand with time-specific greetings. In the morning, you can say, good morning. In the afternoon, good afternoon. In the evening, good evening. And at night before, going to sleep, good night. But remember, good night is for saying goodbye at the end of the day, not for starting a conversation. Let's practice. Good morning. How are you today? Good afternoon. It's nice to see you. Good evening. How was your day? Now let's imagine you're meeting someone in a casual setting, like a coffee shop. You might start with, "Hi, is this seat taken?" Or, "Hi, do you mind if I sit here?" If they say yes, you can follow with thanks. "My name's," your name. They might then ask about you, and you can use what we've already practiced: your name, where you're from, and how your day is going. Let's rehearse. "Hi, is this seat taken?" "Thanks. I'm your name." "Where are you from?" "Nice to meet you." I want you to focus on rhythm and clarity. When you speak English, it's not just about the words, it's about the music of the language. English has stress and intonation patterns that make it sound alive. For example, in "nice to meet you," the stress is on nice and meet. Repeat after me slowly. Nice to meet you. Now a bit faster. Nice to meet you. Finally say it naturally. Nice to meet you. In these first minutes of practice, you've learned to greet, to ask and answer about names, to talk about where you're from, and to ask about someone's day. These are the building blocks of real conversation. Master these, and you can start almost any interaction in English with confidence. Now that we can start a conversation with greetings, names, and basic introductions, let's go a step further. One of the most common next questions in English is about someone's job or daily activities. You might hear, "What do you do?" or "What's your job?" These are polite ways to ask about someone's profession. You can answer with, "I'm a teacher," "I'm a student," or "I work in marketing." If you are between jobs, you can say, "I'm looking for work right now," or "I'm taking a break from work." Let's practice together. "I'm a student," "I'm an engineer," "I work in a hospital." Try saying these clearly with confidence. If you want to ask someone about their job, you can say, "What do you do?" or "What kind of work do you do?" Let's imagine you're speaking with me. You, what do you do? Sophie, I might answer, "I'm an English teacher." Now try that with a friend or in front of a mirror. Practicing with real examples will make your responses faster and more natural. Sometimes you might want to talk about your daily activities without mentioning a job. In this case, you can say, "I'm a student and I study biology," or "I take care of my family at home." You can also describe hobbies instead of work. "I love painting. I spend a lot of time reading." Or "I enjoy hiking in the mountains." This helps make conversations more personal and interesting. Let's now practice asking and answering about hobbies. A common question is, "What do you like to do in your free time?" You can answer, "I like playing football," "I enjoy cooking," or "I love watching movies." To make your answers more engaging, add details. "I love watching movies, especially science fiction films," or "I enjoy cooking Italian food for my friends." This way, the person listening learns more about you, and the conversation has more to explore. Try saying, "I like listening to music, especially jazz." Then try, "I enjoy traveling, particularly to coastal cities." If you want to keep the conversation going, follow your answer with a question for the other person. "What about you?" or "and you?" For example, "I enjoy reading historical novels." "What about you?" This shows interest in the other person and keeps the exchange balanced. Let's rehearse together. "I love playing the guitar." "What about you?" "I'm really into photography." "How about you?" Now, let's talk about where you live. The question might be, "Where do you live?" or "Where are you living now?" You can answer, "I live in Bangkok," or "I'm living in Paris at the moment." Notice the difference. I live in suggests a permanent home, while I'm living in suggests it might be temporary. Try these. I live in Manila. I'm living in Toronto for work. And when you want to return the question, you can ask, where do you live? Or where are you living now? Remember, conversation is like a tennis match. The ball goes back and forth. Let's put these together into a small dialogue for practice. A, hi, I'm Sophie. What's your name? B, I'm your name. Nice to meet you. A, nice to meet you too. Where are you from? B, I'm from Jakarta in Indonesia. How about you? A, I'm from London. What do you do? B, I'm a university student. What about you? A, I'm an English teacher. What do you like to do in your free time? B, I love cooking. What about you? A, I enjoy hiking in the countryside. Practice that conversation slowly at first, then try it again at a natural speed. This rhythm of exchanging questions and answers is the heart of friendly, confident English. We can also learn how to politely express interest in someone's answer. If someone tells you they enjoy photography, you can respond with, "That's interesting," or "Really tell me more about that." If they say they love traveling, you might reply, "That sounds amazing." Where have you traveled to recently? These little comments show that you're listening and help the conversation grow naturally. Sometimes you might meet someone and you're not sure what to talk about next. A safe topic is the weather. It's common in English-speaking countries to start small talk with it. You can say, "It's a beautiful day today," or "It's a bit chilly this morning, isn't it?" If you want to ask, you can say, "How's the weather where you are?" Or "Has it been raining much lately?" Let's practice. It's sunny today, perfect for a walk. It's really cold this week. I can't wait for spring. Finally, for today's section, let's combine everything into a longer role play. Imagine meeting someone new at a park. You, good afternoon, I'm your name. What's your name? Them, I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you. You, nice to meet you too. Sarah, where are you from? Them, I'm from Toronto. How about you? You, I'm from Kuala Lumpur. What do you do? Them, I work in a bank. And you? You, I'm a graphic designer. What do you like to do in your free time? Them, I love painting. What about you? You, I enjoy playing tennis. Them, that's nice. Do you play often? You, yes, I try to play every weekend. Repeating conversations like this will make your English feel automatic. You won't have to stop and translate in your head, you'll just speak. Now that you can talk about your job hobbies and where you live, let's move on to another very common conversation skill. Talking about the time and making plans. In daily life, you'll often need to ask or answer questions about the time, the day, or when something will happen. These questions appear in both casual and professional situations, so mastering them will make you sound much more confident. First, let's practice asking for the time. The most common ways are, what time is it, and do you have the time? You can answer it's 3 o'clock, or it's 2:30, or it's 6:45. In American English, you might also hear 3:30 instead of 3:30. Let's try it's 10 o'clock. It's 4:20. It's 9:15. Repeat these slowly, then again, more quickly until they feel natural. You might also hear people asking, what time does it start? Or when does it start? For example, what time does the meeting start? You can answer, it starts at 9 in the morning, or it starts at 2 p.m. Let's practice. The movie starts at 7 p.m. The train leaves at 6:30. The class begins at 8 in the morning. Remember, giving both the hour and the part of the day, morning, afternoon, evening, can avoid confusion. Next, let's talk about making plans. A very common phrase is, "Are you free?" For example, "Are you free this weekend?" "Are you free tomorrow evening?" Another way is, "Do you want to?" As in, do you want to grab a coffee later? Or do you want to go for a walk? These are friendly, casual invitations. You can also be more formal. Would you like to join me for lunch? Or would you like to come to the meeting? If you want to accept, you can say, "Sure, that sounds great," or "Yes, I'd love to." To refuse, politely try, "I'm sorry I can't," or "I'd love to, but I'm busy." Always add a short reason if you can. It makes your response sound warmer. For example, "I'd love to, but I already have plans," or "I'm sorry, I can't." "I'm working late tonight. Let's rehearse." A. Are you free on Saturday? B. Yes, that sounds great. A. Do you want to watch a movie together? B. I'd love to, but I'm busy in the evening. How about Sunday instead? It's also important to know how to suggest a time. You can say, "How about," for example, "How about 6 p.m.?" or "How about tomorrow morning?" If the time doesn't work for you, you can say, "Sorry, I can't at that time. Could we make it later, or can we meet a bit earlier?" This way, you keep the conversation friendly while finding a time that suits both people. Now, let's practice a short role play about making plans. You, "Hi, Sarah. Are you free after work today, Sarah?" Not today. I'm meeting a friend." You, "No problem. How about tomorrow evening?" "Sarah, tomorrow works for me." "What do you want to do?" You, "How about going to the new cafe in town?" "Sarah, that sounds great. What time?" You, "Let's meet at 6 p.m. Sarah, perfect. See you then." Notice how we keep the tone light and friendly, using simple phrases that work in many situations. Sometimes you need to talk about the date instead of just the time. You can ask, "What's the date today?" or "What day is it?" You might answer, "It's Monday the 14th of March," or "It's Friday, September 2nd. Practice saying dates clearly. Try, "It's Thursday the 21st of July. It's Sunday, May 8th. Also, when talking about events you can use, "My birthday is on the 5th of January," or "We're having a meeting on October 10th. Let's add a little more complexity. Sometimes people will ask, "When are you free?" or "When is good for you?" You could answer, "I'm free on Tuesday afternoon," or "Anytime after 5 p.m. works for me." This gives the other person options and makes it easier to arrange something. Try practicing, "I'm free tomorrow morning." "I'm free all weekend." Anytime after lunch is fine. In real conversations, you can combine asking about the time, suggesting activities, and confirming details. For example, A. Hi, are you free this weekend? B. Yes, I am. What did you have in mind? A. How about going to the beach on Saturday? B. That sounds amazing. What time should we meet? A. Let's meet at 9 in the morning so we can spend the whole day there. B. Perfect. See you then. If you want to sound even more natural, you can add friendly comments. "It will be fun. I'm looking forward to it." Or "I can't wait." These phrases show excitement and help create a positive atmosphere. Let's try. "That sounds great. I'm looking forward to it." "I can't wait to see the new movie." Finally, for this section, let's practice linking today's topic with what we've learned before. Imagine this longer conversation. You, "Hi, I'm your name. Nice to meet you." Them, "Nice to meet you too. Where are you from?" You, I'm from Manila. How about you? Them, I'm from Melbourne. What do you do? You, I'm a student. What do you like to do in your free time? Them, I enjoy hiking. Are you free this Saturday? You, yes, I am. What's the plan? Them, let's go hiking in the national park. How about meeting at 7 a.m.? You, sounds great. I'm looking forward to it. By practicing these kinds of dialogues, you not only learn vocabulary and phrases, you also learn how to keep a conversation flowing naturally from one topic to another. Now that you can talk about the time and make plans, let's move to another essential real-life skill: asking for and giving directions. Whether you're traveling in a new city, visiting a tourist attraction, or simply trying to find a store in your neighborhood, knowing how to ask for directions in English will make your experience much smoother. Let's start with the most common question. Excuse me, can you tell me how to get to? For example, excuse me, can you tell me how to get to the train station? Another simple version is, where is the nearest? Such as, where is the nearest bank? Or where is the nearest supermarket? You can also say, how do I get to? As in, how do I get to the post office? These are polite, easy to remember structures that work in almost any situation. Here's an example dialogue. You, excuse me, can you tell me how to get to the city library? Local, sure. Go straight down this street for 2 blocks, then turn left. The library will be on your right. You, thank you so much. Local, you're welcome. When someone gives you directions, listen for keywords like go straight, turn left, turn right, go past, across from next to on the corner in between. These are the building blocks of giving and understanding directions. Let's practice go straight, turn right at the traffic lights. The cafe is next to the bank. The museum is across from the park. Repeat each phrase slowly, then more quickly. Now, let's talk about how to describe landmarks to help someone find their way. Landmarks are big noticeable places like a tall building, a statue, or a famous store. For example, you'll see a big church on your left, or there's a tall glass building, turn right after that. Landmarks make directions clearer, especially if street names are difficult to remember. Here's another example dialogue. You, how do I get to the nearest subway station local? It's easy. Walk straight until you see a big shopping mall. The subway entrance is right next to it. You got it. Thanks. Sometimes you might not understand the directions the first time. It's completely okay to ask the person to repeat or speak slowly. You can say, could you repeat that, please? Or could you speak more slowly? Please or sorry, I'm not sure I understand. Could you show me on the map? This shows politeness and ensures you get the correct information. Let's practice a slightly longer conversation. You, excuse me, where is the nearest bus stop local? Go straight for about 5 minutes, then turn right at the gas station. The bus stop will be on the left side of the street. You? Sorry, could you say that again? Local, sure. Go straight, turn right at the gas station, and the bus stop is on the left. You, perfect. Thanks a lot. When giving directions, you can also use distances and times to make things easier. For example, it's about 10 minutes on foot, or it's around 2 kilometers from here. Or it will take you about 5 minutes by car. This extra detail helps the listener plan better. Try practicing. It's a 5-minute walk. It's about 15 minutes by bus. It's 2 streets away. In tourist areas, people often use maps or phone navigation. You can say, "Can you show me on the map?" Or "Could you mark it on my phone?" This way, even if you forget the words, you still have a visual reminder. Also, if someone shows you the way, you can confirm by repeating. So, I go straight, turn left at the park, and the hotel is on the right. This repetition helps prevent mistakes. Let's connect this with making plans. Imagine you've arranged to meet a friend somewhere new. A, where should we meet? B, let's meet in front of the central train station. A, I'm not sure how to get there. Could you give me directions? B, of course, take the subway to Central Station. When you come out, you'll see a big clock tower. I'll be standing right under it. A, great, I'll see you there. Notice how natural and simple this conversation is. You don't need complicated vocabulary, just clear instructions, polite expressions, and confirmation. Here are some useful direction phrases for quick review. Go straight ahead. Turn left right at the corner. Go past the supermarket. It's next to the bookstore. It's across from the school. It's between the bank and the cafe. It's about 5 minutes away. Now, let's practice a role play where you give directions. Imagine you are in your city and a tourist asks, "Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the museum?" You answer, "Sure, go straight for 2 blocks. Turn left at the traffic lights and the museum will be on your right." You can't miss it. It's a big white building with a red roof. The more you practice these conversations, the more confident you'll feel when speaking English in real life. Directions are part of everyday communication, and mastering them will make traveling or helping others much easier. Now that you can confidently ask for and give directions, let's move to another everyday situation: shopping. Whether you're in a supermarket, a clothing store, a souvenir shop, or a small local market, knowing how to communicate in English will make the experience smoother and more enjoyable. Let's start with entering a store. In many English-speaking countries, when you walk into a shop, the staff might greet you with phrases like, "Hello, hi, how are you today?" or "Can I help you find something?" You can reply politely with, "Hi, I'm just looking, thank you." Or, "Yes, I'm looking for," followed by the item you want. For example, "Yes, I'm looking for a pair of black shoes." Here's a basic exchange: shop assistant. "Hi there, can I help you?" You, "Yes, I'm looking for a winter jacket." Shop assistant. "Sure, they're over there next to the hats." When you can't find something, you can ask, "Excuse me, where can I find the milk? Do you sell batteries? Is there a changing room?" These short questions are simple and polite. Let's try another example. Customer, excuse me. Do you have this in a larger size? Assistant. Let me check. Yes, we do. Here you go. Customer, thanks. I'll try it on. Trying clothes on in a store is called fitting or trying on. You can ask, "Where is the fitting room?" or "Can I try this on?" After trying, you might say, "It fits well, it's too big, or it's too small." If you like it, you can say, "I'll take it." If not, you can say, "I'll think about it," or "I don't think it's right for me." In a supermarket, the experience is a bit different. You might need to ask about prices, product locations, or quantities. For example, "How much is this?" "Is this on sale?" "Do you have any fresh bread?" These are quick, essential questions for shopping. Here's a short dialogue in a grocery store. You excuse me, where is the sugar, employee? It's on aisle 3 next to the coffee. You, thank you, employee, you're welcome. When you're ready to pay, the cashier might ask, did you find everything you needed, or would you like a bag or cash or card? You can answer, yes, thank you. Yes, a bag please, or card please. If you want to be extra polite, you can say, could I pay by card? Let's practice a checkout conversation, cashier. That'll be $25. You. Here you go, cashier. Would you like the receipt in the bag? You. Yes, please. Thanks. Sometimes you might want to return or exchange something. In that case, you can say, I'd like to return this, please. Can I exchange this for a different size? I bought this yesterday, but it doesn't fit. It's polite to have your receipt ready. Shopping in open markets can be even more interesting. In many places, you can negotiate the price. You might hear, it's $20. You could respond, could you make it 15, or can you give me a discount? Bargaining is common in some countries, but remember to stay friendly and respectful. Here's a quick bargaining role-play vendor. This scarf is $20. Customer. That's a bit high. Could you do 15, vendor? How about 17? Customer. Okay, I'll take it. When shopping for gifts or souvenirs, you might need extra phrases. Do you have something more traditional? Is this handmade? Can you wrap it as a gift? These make the shopping experience more personal and show interest in products. To make your English sound natural while shopping, combine polite phrases with clear questions. For example, excuse me, could you tell me where the fruit is instead of just, where fruit adding? Excuse me, and could you make your tone more friendly and polite? Let's do a full shopping scenario. You enter a clothing store. Assistant, hi there, can I help you find something? You, yes, I'm looking for a pair of black jeans. Assistant, sure, the jeans are over there next to the jackets. What size are you? You, size medium, please. Assistant, here you go. The fitting room is on your left. You, thanks. I'll try them on after trying them. You, they fit well. How much are they? Assistant, they're $45. You, okay, I'll take them. Notice how simple, clear, and polite the conversation is. You don't need complex grammar, just the right key phrases for each situation. For quick review, here's a list of useful shoppy expressions. I am just looking, thank you. I'm looking for... Do you have this in another size color? Can I try this on? How much is this? Is it on sale? I'll take it. Could I pay by card? Can I return, exchange this? Eating out is one of the most enjoyable experiences when you travel or live in an English-speaking country. Whether you're in a fancy restaurant, a casual cafe, or a fast food place, being able to order food confidently in English will make your experience much smoother. When you arrive at a restaurant, the first person you usually meet is the host or hostess. They might ask, hi, welcome, how many people are in your party? Do you have a reservation? You can answer, table for 2, please. Or, yes, we booked under the name Sophie. If you don't have a reservation, just say, no, we don't. Is there a table available? Once you're seated, the waiter or waitress might bring the menu and say, here are your menus. Can I get you something to drink? You can reply with yes. I'd like a glass of water, please. Or could I have a coffee? If you're not ready to order drinks, you can say I'll have a look first, thank you. When you're ready to order food, you can start with polite phrases. I'd like the grilled chicken, please. Could I have the vegetarian pasta? I'll take the soup of the day, please. Adding please at the end makes you sound more polite and natural. Here's an example of ordering. Waiter, are you ready to order? You, yes, I'll have the grilled salmon with vegetables, please. Waiter, would you like anything to drink? You, yes, a glass of lemonade, please. Sometimes you might have special requests. You can say, could I have this without onions? Can you make it less spicy? I'm allergic to peanuts. Could you make sure it doesn't have any? These phrases are important for making sure you enjoy your meal safely and comfortably. If you're unsure about a dish, you can ask the waiter, what do you recommend? What's in the beef stew? Is this dish spicy? Asking questions shows interest and helps you choose something you'll enjoy. In a cafe, ordering is often more casual. You might hear, barista hi. What can I get for you? You, a medium latte, please. Barista, anything to eat you? Yes, a blueberry muffin, please. Some cafes might ask if you want your drink for here or to go, meaning take away. You can answer for here please or to go please. Let's do a restaurant roleplay host. Good evening, welcome to Ocean View Restaurant. How many in your party? You table for 3, please. Host, right this way. Here are your menus. Waiter, can I get you something to drink? You, yes, a bottle of still water, please. After a few minutes, waiter, are you ready to order? You, yes, I'll have the grilled chicken with mashed potatoes. Friend, I'll take the seafood pasta. Waiter, would you like any starters? You, yes, the tomato soup, please. During the meal, the waiter might check in and ask, how is everything? Is everything okay with your meal? You can reply, yes, everything's great, thank you, or it's delicious. If there's a problem, politely, say, actually, my soup is cold. Could you warm it up, please? When you finish eating, you can ask for the bill. In the US, you say check, and in the UK, you say bill. For example, could we have the bill, please? Can I get the check, please? If you're paying separately, you can say, can we split the bill? We'll pay separately. And at the end, it's polite to say, thank you, everything was wonderful. Or thanks for the great service. Here's a short cafe conversation, barista. Hi, what can I get started for you? You, a cappuccino and a slice of banana bread, please. Barista, for here or to go? You, to go, please. Barista, that'll be $5. You, here you go. Thanks. Now let's practice a more detailed restaurant scenario. Waiter, welcome to the Green Garden. Can I get you something to drink, you? Yes, I'll have a glass of orange juice. Waiter, would you like to hear today's specials? You? Yes, please, waiter. We have roasted lamb with rosemary and garlic served with roasted potatoes and a creamy mushroom risotto. You? That sounds lovely. I'll have the roasted lamb, please. Waiter, great choice. Would you like any dessert after your meal? You? I'll decide later. Thank you. Notice how every part of the conversation is simple but polite with clear phrases that make communication easy. Here's a quick review of useful restaurant and cafe phrases. table for two, please. Do you have a reservation? I'd like the... Please. Could I have... What do you recommend? For here or to go? Could we have the bill in check, please? We'll pay separately. Thanks. Everything was wonderful. Staying at a hotel is another situation where you will use English in a real and practical way. Whether you're traveling for business on vacation or just passing through, knowing how to communicate at the front desk, ask for what you need and handle problems politely will make your stay much smoother. When you arrive at the hotel, the first person you'll meet is usually the receptionist. They might greet you with, "Good afternoon. Welcome to the Grand Palace Hotel. How can I help you? Do you have a reservation?" You can reply, "Yes, I booked a room under the name Sophie," or "I have a reservation for 2 nights." If you don't have a booking, you can say, "Do you have any rooms available tonight?" If they need to confirm details, they might ask, "May I see your ID and a credit card, please?" You can answer, "Sure, here you go." During check-in, the receptionist may explain what's included in your stay. Breakfast is served from 7 to 10 a.m. on the ground floor. The gym is open 24 hours for guests. Wi-Fi is complimentary throughout the hotel. Here's a sample check-in conversation, receptionist. "Good evening. Welcome to Ocean View Hotel. Do you have a reservation? You, yes, under the name Sophie Williams. 3 nights. Receptionist, perfect. Could I see your ID, please, you?" Of course, here it is. Receptionist, thank you. Breakfast is included and is served in the dining area from 6:30 to 9:30 a.m. Your room number is 405. Here's your key card. You, thank you very much. Sometimes you might want to make a request. Could I have a room on a higher floor, please? Is it possible to have a late checkout? Could you send someone to fix the air conditioner? It's not working. If you need extra items, you can say, "Could I have an extra pillow, please? We need more towels. Could I get some bottled water sent to my room?" When asking for directions inside the hotel, where is the fitness center? How do I get to the swimming pool? Is there a business center I can use? Hotels often have concierge services for information and booking activities. You might say, "Could you recommend a good restaurant nearby? Can you book a taxi to the airport for me? Is there a city tour you can arrange?" If something goes wrong, staying polite helps. For example, "Excuse me, there seems to be a problem with the shower. Could you have someone look at it? The Wi-Fi in my room isn't working. Could you check it, please?" Let's practice a more detailed role play, receptionist. "Good afternoon, welcome to City Central Hotel. Do you have a reservation?" You, yes, under the name Sophie Taylor. 2 nights. Receptionist, great. May I see your ID and a credit card? You, sure, here you are. Receptionist, your room is on the 10th floor, number 1012. The elevators are to your left. Breakfast is served from 7 to 10 a.m. Is there anything else you need? Yes. Could I have a room with a city view if possible? Receptionist, let me check. Yes, we can arrange that. That's perfect, thank you. If you need to call the reception from your room, you can start with, "Hello, this is room 312. Could I request some extra blankets? Hi, I'm in room 214. The TV isn't working. This is room 501. Could you send someone to help with the safe? I can't open it." When checking out, the receptionist might say, "Did you enjoy your stay? Here's your bill." Would you like to pay by card or cash? You can reply, I'll pay by card, please. Or everything was wonderful, thank you. Sample checkout conversation receptionist. Good morning, are you checking out yes from room 405? Receptionist, did you take anything from the minibar? No, I didn't. Receptionist, your total is 220. Would you like to pay by card? Yes, please. Receptionist, here's your receipt. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you. I had a lovely stay. Quick review of hotel phrases. I have a reservation under the name. Do you have any rooms available? Could I have a room on a higher floor? Is late checkout possible? Could you send extra towels? Where is the gym? Can you recommend a good place to eat? Could you arrange an airport transfer? I'm checking out from room number. Shopping is one of the most common situations where you'll use English, whether you're buying clothes, electronic souvenirs, or just groceries. Knowing how to ask for items, understand prices, and make decisions will make the experience much easier and more enjoyable. When you walk into a store, you might hear, "Hello, can I help you find something?" "Hi there, are you looking for anything in particular?" You can reply, "Yes, I'm looking for a black jacket in size medium." I am just browsing, thank you. If you need to ask for an item, you can say, "Do you have this in a larger size? Do you have this shirt in blue? Could you show me where the shoes are?" In many shops, the staff might offer help with suggestions. This one is very popular this season. "We have a sale on these items today. If you buy 2, you get 1 free." Asking about prices is simple but important. How much is this? What's the price of that bag? Is this on sale? For example, customer, "How much is this sweater, shop assistant?" "It's $45, customer." "Do you have it in size small?" Shop assistant. "Yes, here you go. If you want to try something on, can I try this on?" Where are the fitting rooms? Do you have a mirror? Sometimes you might want to check the material or details. What is this made of? Is this machine washable? Does this come with a warranty? When you're ready to buy, you might go to the cashier. They may say, "Will that be all for today? How would you like to pay? Would you like a bag?" You can respond, "Yes, that's all. I'll pay by credit card." "Yes, please give me a bag." Here's a sample shopping conversation, shop assistant. "Good afternoon. Can I help you find something?" Yes, I'm looking for a handbag that's suitable for work." Shop assistant, "We have some over here. What color do you prefer?" Something neutral, maybe black or brown." Shop assistant, "This black one is made of leather, and it's on sale for $80. That looks nice. Can I see inside, shop assistant?" "Of course. I'll take it. Can I pay by card?" Shop assistant, "Yes, please." If you're shopping in a market where bargaining is common, you might say, "That's a bit expensive. Can you give me a better price? Could you do $15 for this? If I buy 2, can you give me a discount?" Example, bargaining seller, "This scarf is 25. Could you make it $20, seller?" Okay, 20. Great, I'll take it. Sometimes you may need to ask for an exchange or refund. "I bought this yesterday, but it doesn't fit. Can I exchange it? Can I get a refund for this?" It's damaged. Do I need the receipt to return it? For example, customer. I bought this jacket last week, but the zipper is broken. Can I exchange it? Assistant, yes. Do you have the receipt, customer? Yes. Here it is. Assistant, we can replace it with the same item, or you can choose something else. Customer, I'll take the same one, please. Quick review of shopping phrases. I'm looking for, do you have this in a different size, color? How much is this? Can I try this on? Where are the fitting rooms? That's a bit expensive. Can you lower the price? I'll take it. Can I pay by cash, card? Can I return this? Shopping is not only about buying things, it's also a great way to interact with people. Practice your speaking skills and learn new words from product labels, packaging, and conversations with shop staff. Next time you shop, try to ask at least one extra question in English, even if you already know the answer. It's good practice for building confidence. Eating out is another very common situation where you'll need English, whether you're in a fancy restaurant, a casual cafe, or a fast food chain. Knowing the right phrases will help you feel confident and enjoy your meal without stress. When you arrive at a restaurant, the host or hostess might greet you with, "Good evening, do you have a reservation?" "Hello, how many people in your party?" "Welcome table for 124s. You can respond, "Yes, I have a reservation under the name Sophie." "No, we don't have a reservation. A table for 2, please." "Could we sit by the window?" If there's a wait, they might say, "It will be about 15 minutes. Please have a seat and we'll call you when your table is ready." Once seated, the server will usually give you a menu and say, "Here are your menus. Can I get you something to drink? Would you like to start with something to drink?" You can reply, "Yes, I'll have a glass of water, please. I'd like a cup of coffee. Could I see the drinks menu?" When you're ready to order food, you might say, "I'll have the grilled chicken with vegetables. Can I have the pasta without cheese? What do you recommend?" If you need to check the ingredients, does this dish contain nuts? Is this vegetarian? Is this spicy? Here's a sample ordering conversation, server. "Are you ready to order?" You, yes. "I'll have the salmon with rice, please." Server, "And for you?" Your friend, "I'll take the beef burger with fries." Server, "Would you like any drinks?" You, "Just water for me." Your friend, "A Coke, please." Sometimes you may want to ask for changes to the dish. Could I have the dressing on the side? Can you make it less spicy? Could you replace the fries with a salad? If you want to order more during the meal, could we have another bottle of water? Can I get another plate of bread? Could I have some more sauce, please? When you've finished eating, you might say, "Could we have the check, please? Can I get the bill, please?" We're ready to pay. If you want to split the bill, could we pay separately? Can we split the bill, please? We'll each pay for our own meals. Here's a sample conversation when finishing. You, "Could we have the bill, please, server?" Of course. Here you go. You, "Do you take credit cards?" Server, "Yes, we do." You, "Great, I'll pay by card." If the service was good, you can leave a tip and say, "Thank you, everything was delicious. We really enjoyed our meal. We'll definitely come back." In some situations, you may have a complaint. "Excuse me, but this soup is cold. I'm sorry, this isn't what I ordered. Could you replace this? It's undercooked. Politeness is important even when there's a problem. Staff are more likely to help you quickly if you stay calm and polite. Quick review of restaurant phrases. Table for two, please. Can I see the menu? I'll have the... Does this contain... Could you make it without... Could we have the check, please? Do you take cards? Thank you, it was delicious. Eating out is a perfect chance to practice English naturally. You'll interact with the host, the server, and sometimes even other customers. You can also learn from the menu by noticing how dishes are described, what ingredients are used, and how prices are written. The next time you visit a restaurant, challenge yourself. Try ordering everything in English from start to finish, even if it's just a coffee. Over time, you'll find it feels natural and comfortable. Traveling to a new city or country is exciting, but it can also feel stressful if you're not confident with English. Hotels, airports, and tourist spots all require basic communication skills. Let's go through common phrases and dialogues you can use. When you arrive at a hotel, the front desk staff might say, "Good afternoon. Welcome to our hotel. How can I help you? Do you have a reservation? May I have your name, please?" You can respond, "Yes, I have a reservation under the name Sophie. I booked a room for 2 nights. No, I don't have a reservation. Do you have any rooms available?" If you need to check the room type, is breakfast included? Does the room have free Wi-Fi? Can I see the room before I check in? Here's a sample check-in conversation. Receptionist: "Good evening. Do you have a reservation?" You: "Yes, it's under Sophie Miller. 2 nights. Receptionist: "Yes, we have your booking. May I see your passport?" You: "Of course, here it is." Receptionist: "Thank you. Your room is on the 5th floor. Here's your key card." You: "Thank you very much. If you need something during your stay, could I have extra towels, please? The air conditioner isn't working. Can you send someone to fix the shower? For asking about services, is there a gym in the hotel? What time is breakfast served? Can I have a wake-up call at 6 a.m. when you're ready to check out? I'd like to check out, please. Can I leave my bags here until this afternoon? Could you call me a taxi to the airport? Here's a sample checkout conversation I'd like to check out. Receptionist: "Certainly. How was your stay?" You: "It was wonderful, thank you." Receptionist: "That's great to hear. Here's your bill." You: "Can I pay by card?" Receptionist: "Yes, of course." At the airport, useful phrases include, "Where is the check-in counter for Flight 203? Is this the line for security? Can I have a window seat, please?" When you need to ask for directions in a new city, "Excuse me, how do I get to the train station? Is this the right bus for the city center? How far is it from here to the museum?" Sample street conversation. You: "Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the nearest subway station, local?" "Sure. Go straight, turn left at the traffic lights, and you'll see it on your right." You: "Thank you so much." Local: "You're welcome." In tourist spots, you might want to ask, "How much is the entrance fee? Are there guided tours available? Can I take photos here?" If something goes wrong during your trip, "I've lost my passport." Where is the nearest police station? My luggage hasn't arrived. Who can can I speak to? I need a doctor. Can you recommend one? Quick travel phrase review. I have a reservation. Is breakfast included? Could I have extra towels? What time is checkout? Can I have a wake-up call? Excuse me, how do I get to? How much is the ticket? I've lost my bag. Travel is one of the best opportunities to practice English because you're in real-life situations where communication is necessary. Even short conversations with hotel staff, taxi drivers, or fellow travelers can build your confidence quickly. The key is to stay calm, speak clearly, and use the phrases you've practiced. Over time, these interactions will become easier, and you'll enjoy your trips even more because you can connect with people wherever you go. And that wraps up our full journey through practical English conversations, from greetings, small talk shopping, and restaurants, all the way to travel and hotel situations. Keep practicing these dialogues until they become second nature. And soon speaking English will feel natural no matter where you are.